You're watching another man become the man that you know you're meant to be. You're looking at other men with an envious eye because you're watching them live the life that you know you're meant for. And you keep watching self-improvement videos thinking, oh, if I watch another self-improvement video, I'm going to be able to finally become the man that I say I am. But the truth is, you're watching them because you're looking for permission from another man to be yourself, to walk in your authority and power as a man. You see, you wouldn't be even watching these videos if you didn't even believe in yourself to a certain extent. But you're watching them thinking that they're going to tell you something different that you haven't already heard. You've already watched all the material. You've already watched all the fucking self-improvement content in the world. You've already fucking busted a nut to it 1,000 times over. But see, you keep lying to yourself. You keep avoiding yourself. You keep trying to figure out, how do I get over this hump? How do I get over this hump? And the truth is, you're stuck in who you are. You're stuck in your ways. You think you need more knowledge. You think you need to be ready instead of qualifying yourself as ready. You think you need to, unlock this secret technique. And, everybody's system works for them, but the behavior is rarely the thing that needs to be changed. It's the things that are underneath the hood. It's the things that you run away from. It's the tension that you run away from. It's the things that your spirit is pointing your attention towards, and you keep pulling away from it, because if you have to face yourself, that will tear you apart, and you'll finally understand that you're not the man that you think you are. And that reality is much scarier than dealing with reality. Straight up. You'd rather deal with being stuck in who you are than facing the reality that you're not the man that you say you are. But your body knows it, which is why you procrastinate, which is why you keep looking at self-improvement videos, even though you have that subtle thought that tells you, man, this guy keeps telling me the same shit. Work out, build the income, take cold showers, whatever the fuck that's gonna do. I've never been a big fan of that, and I do them, honestly. These guys found the system that works for them, but you're still waiting on another man to give you permission to be yourself. You're still waiting on another man to tell you how to talk to people, how to socialize, how to talk to women. You're waiting on another man to tell you how to build a business when you've already studied this, when you've already done the work for it, but you're avoiding the real work, which is the spiritual work, which is being honest with yourself. Like the scripture tells you, the truth shall set you free. And you're too afraid to tell yourself the truth. So you shrink yourself. You shrink yourself. You don't think all this mental masturbating catches up to you, but it does. Because when you walk into rooms and you said, okay, well, I've watched all the masculine body language videos, and, I know to look a woman in the eye. I know to have a firm handshake. Everybody could feel the fucking incongruence that you don't practice what you preach. You don't practice you don't actually embody what you know. You see, you do know, but you don't actually embody it. When you embody it, you understand the nuances of it. You actually have wisdom and not just knowledge, because knowledge says this is how things are. Wisdom says these are the wrinkles of all the things that are. So you find yourself feeling incongruent and you fucking hate yourself for it. Because you walk into rooms and you're fucking him, but you still can't give yourself permission to actually be him. And that shit is self-betrayal. That shit is self-sabotage. That is a self-trust fracture. You don't trust yourself to actually be yourself, okay? And you keep fucking trying to fill this void with other shit in your life instead of facing who you are. You're watching other men build a life that you want, and you look at them with envy, jealous of them, because they've given themselves permission to be themselves. That shit is insane when you should really be mad at yourself. You run from these emotions. You don't try to understand them, because it's going to expose the ugliness that is inside of you, the ugliness that's inside of all of us. You know, something that pisses me off is anytime I shrink myself, anytime I hold myself back, and I used to do that shit a lot. I would not be on camera talking like this unless I actually fucking walk the walk and talk the talk. I've had to fucking put my balls out there, but you're waiting, and you're watching other dudes on camera put their balls out there when that could be you. You know, I started this page because I had that exact same thought. I started my content because I said to myself, I'm watching other men talk online and not know what the fuck they're talking about, and I know I could deliver it better. Call it arrogance, I call that shit fucking self-belief. You are selfish because you are holding your gifts back from the world. You are holding back what the Most High gave you, and you call it humility. That shit is not humble at all. That shit is arrogance. It's just not loud. You take advantage of what you've been given, and that's ungratefulness. And you wake up every day waiting for relief from the life that you're building. Nah, you're not fucking waiting for relief because you're grinding. You're waiting for relief from all the lies that you tell yourself. You know you're lying to yourself. And I'll tell you this, all the fucking patterns of relief, all the self-sabotage loops is relief. It's comfort seeking. You might be addicted to dopamine. You might be addicted to weed, porn, all this shit. And it's because you've attached yourself to these things because you're lying to yourself. So the only way you could cope with that is going to these things for fucking relief. Ain't that a bitch? And I'm sure you're so disciplined, you're so in tune, and you want to be at a higher level. I know you do. But you don't never actually look within and figure out, holy shit, I'm not doing the work that actually matters. Holy shit, I'm lying to myself. And I used to be stuck in the same fucking loop. Same loop. And I knew a lot of shit, but I didn't actually embody it. But once I started to embody it, I started to realize, holy shit, I'm actually starting to move fucking rooms. I wasn't looking at other men and fucking wondering how the fuck did he get there anymore. See, I was envious when I was a teenager. I left that shit way long ago. I don't have time to be fucking envious and looking at other men and be like, oh, look at what he's doing. I wish I was him. That's some bitch shit. I don't have time to be fucking envious. Low key, I don't have time to be envious. I don't even pay attention to what other dudes do. I wish them the best, and I admire everybody that puts their balls out there to do what they say they want to do and keep their fucking word to themselves. That's what I love. That's what I love. But when a man can't do that for himself and he's betraying himself, that fucking hits me because I've lived it so many times. The guilt from self-betrayal, from holding back what you really want to say, from not approaching the women that you want, for settling in life, for taking a job that you know is not good for you, for putting yourself in environments that are shitty for you. Yes, we could talk about the subconscious and how the subconscious is manipulating you from your childhood trauma. That is true. That is true. But that only happens, that suppression happens because you don't actually sit down long enough to figure out why you're stuck in the same loop. I've had to stay still for 30 minutes to an hour. I've had to do multiple prayers where I ask the Most High, reveal the ugliest parts of me and show me. And the thoughts that I've had and the beliefs that I've had, they've been fucking ugly. Ugly. But I've showed up and I've done the work and I've told myself the truth about me. About me. I've examined myself daily. I reflected. I invite you to fucking reflect because you're stuck in who you are because you do not take the time to examine yourself because that will fuck you up. And trust me, I've had seasons where I've been fucked up because of the ugly shit that I've been hiding away from myself. But you know what? I always come back better. More capacity. All of a sudden, I'm able to handle more shit because I'm not fucking lying to myself no more. I used to walk into rooms knowing that I was fucking him. That I had this self-belief, but I was holding myself back. And I've told you guys multiple times of my identity collapse where I forsook who I was. I abandoned myself. And I kid you not, all of last year, I had to rebuild the way I express myself and really, really embody my authority. Not just fucking think it, but actually believe it and actually feel it. Because I could feel the bitchness inside of me. I had to cut the little bitch outside of me each and every single day. I had to cut the parts of him away. The one that was keeping me stuck in fear. And I have to do it daily because the little bitch inside of me, he fucking comes back and he tries to hold me back. We gotta do it fucking daily. I'm not here to fucking motivate you. I'm here for you guys to fucking take this wisdom, apply it to yourselves. I was stuck. And every day I level up because I'm honest. The quicker you are honest with yourself, the quicker you will level up. You'll stop being stuck and you'll stop being in that fucking cycle where you're working for bosses. You're working for bosses that are not as competent as you, where you're not working a job where you fucking hate it. And I'm not gonna say I hate my job because I don't. I've told you, I fucking I like a job. I work a job that I like. I don't think that shit is tough to be working something you don't like. Straight up. I know a lot of dudes take pride in that shit. To me, that shit is for the birds, bro. You want to be miserable? You be miserable over there. Don't, misery loves company. Do not bring your ass near me, okay? But be real with yourself, man. Because that's how you actually take your power back as a man. That's how you finally let go of the little victim that you play. You give your power to women. You blame your wife. You blame your kids. It happens to a lot of men. It happens to a fuck ton of men. You blame your friends. You blame your job. You blame everything else and every other circumstance but yourself. And you're waiting for permission because you're comfortable in who you are. Yes, you're trying, but trying is not enough. We just fucking do as men. We just do. And you need to be able to see your own patterns, and you do. You do, and you'll question, it's the same cycle. Why am I stuck? I keep living this. I'm always falling short. I'm so this, I'm so that. But instead of realizing and really digging deep on why, you're holding yourself back, man. You're waiting for permission from another man to become the man that you know you're meant to be. And you're watching them live the life that you want to live.